Hi, I'm Phil and I'm on a great gap year. In a recent video I attempted to earn British Airways Gold Status, which is the top tier sort of their frequent flyer program. In this video I'm going to talk about how BA's program works, the benefits you get from the frequent flyer scheme, and I'll give you all the information that I have about how you can get status with BA without having to break the bank. But why would you even care about status? Well, simply put, airline status brings you some brilliant benefits regardless of the cabin you're flying in. On a recent trip to Australia last year, I flew economy with Malaysia Airlines. My BA status upgraded my baggage allowance, allowed me to use their business class check-in, skip all of the queues, and it gave me free lounge access. And the cost of this was absolutely zero. It was just all part of the benefits package as part of my status with BA. BA created their frequent flyer program in 1985 and called it the Executive Club. Now, this was a time when most frequent flyers were business executives. As time moves on, flying becomes something for everyone, and business class travel is no longer the exclusive domain of high-powered business executives. So don't be distracted by the name. It's just BA's frequent flyer program. You don't have to be a business executive to take advantage of it. The Executive Club has two parts: Avios and tier points. Avios are the currency of the scheme, and these are the points you use to pay for flights and upgrades, and you can also use them to buy wine and groceries. Avios have no bearing on your status in the scheme. You could earn 1 million Avios and you will still have zero status with BA. I'm not going to focus on Avios in this video, but in brief, you can earn Avios when you fly with BA, but you can also get Avios when you're spending money on certain credit cards or even when you're shopping for groceries. So to get status with BA, you need to earn tier points, and to earn tier points, you have to fly. Tier points can only be earned through actually taking the flight. If you make a booking and then you don't fly, you don't get the tier points. But first, let's talk benefits. Or the why you would want to do this before the what of how you do this. So let's just cut to the chase. BA Gold Status means you get to jump the queue at check-in, you take extra baggage at no extra cost, you get priority baggage, which means your bags are the first ones off the plane at the other end, and you can enjoy first-class lounges with amazing a la carte meals for absolutely zero cost. And this is regardless of the class of your ticket. So while your fellow economy ticket holders are trying to get a seat in Pret, or they're sitting at a sticky table in a noisy Wetherspoons, you can enjoy meals like this one that I enjoyed in the Qantas First Class Lounge in Melbourne. Yes, you heard me correctly. With British Airways Gold Status, I was able to use the Qantas First Class Lounge when I was flying economy with Malaysia Airways out of Melbourne. So I mean, how is that possible? Well, let me just rewind a little bit. BA is part of the One World Alliance, which is a group of 14 affiliated airlines. If you get status with one of them, you have status with all of them. If you have top tier gold status with BA, then you have what's known as Emerald status in the One World Alliance, which translates into top tier status with 14 airlines all within the alliance, even though you've never flown with them. Members of the alliance you may have heard of are Qatar Airways, Cathay Pacific, American Airlines, and of course Qantas. Levels of status with BA. There are 4 levels of status with BA, and the benefits increase as you climb the status ladder. BA Blue. Blue level is the level you earn when you register, and there's no real benefits. Although on a recent flight from Heathrow to Doha, a friend of mine was reassigned to the upper deck on an A380 with Qatar just for being a member of their loyalty scheme called the Privilege Club. It was an economy seat, but they had the whole row to themselves, and the cabin was far less crowded than downstairs. So it's always worth signing up for free. You're not going to lose anything. Bronze level. Bronze level equates to Ruby in One World. It has some benefits, but not many. You get to skip some check-in lines by using the business class check-in, but some check-in desks only allow silver and gold, like this one at London Gatwick. I don't honestly know why some priority check-ins permit bronze and others don't. You'll also get priority boarding, which isn't a perk I use too often. You'll also get free seat selection 7 days before departure. And finally, when you're earning Avios on BA flights, you'll get a bonus 25% Avios. There's no lounge access, so there's nothing really in the list that makes me spend hard-earned money to try and get this status level. BA Silver. Silver is where the benefits become worthwhile, and I think silver is going to be my status sweet spot in future years. It's at silver level where the main benefit of business class lounge access kicks in. Although business lounge access is the premium benefit at silver, you will also get to pick your seat for free when you book, skip the check-in queues by using the business class check-in line, you get an additional baggage allowance, you get priority bags, so your bags are first off the plane at the other end, and you also get 50% bonus Avios with BA flights. I find priority baggage a surprisingly good benefit. Knowing that your bags are going to be off first at the carousel is surprisingly useful, and I do feel rather smug. BA charges for seat selection even with a business class ticket that may have already cost you a few £1,000s. As a silver member, you will get free seat selection at the time of booking. This is for you and everyone else on the booking, so you'll get to book your preferred seat for free, and this includes extra legroom seats on European flights. Now, there are people who say that they value this benefit even more than the lounge access. Let me know your BA status and your favourite perk in the comment section below. BA Gold. As a gold member, you get all the benefits I just described from the silver level, but with an upgrade. Your lounge access gets upgraded from the business class lounge to the first class lounge, and this will often include an a la carte restaurant serving gourmet food, so allow extra time before your flight if you want to enjoy this. The drinks offering normally gets a boost as well, better champagne for example, if that's even a thing, and the space gets upgraded, usually less passengers that you have to share it with. Your check-in queue gets upgraded. You'll get the first class check-in line. So if there is a tiny queue for business and the first class line is open, you can just skip into that line. Your luggage allowance gets more generous. If you're traveling BA, you'll get at least 2 bags, 32 kilos each. The only exclusion for this is if you've booked a hand baggage only fare. You'll also get a 100% Avios bonus, which is nice. In addition to this, you'll get 3 excellent benefits for gold members. First one is additional award seat availability. BA make additional award seats, the ones that you pay for with Avios, available to gold BA members, and this can be especially helpful during the more expensive peak periods when award flights tend to sell out really quickly. If you still can't get an award seat but you really want to pay for it with Avios, then you can take advantage of Gold Priority Award. This allows you to force open an award seat in the cabin of your choice if the ticket is still available for sale with cash, but this does cost double the Avios. Now recently the way the number of Avios required to pay for a seat changed and the kinks are all being kind of worked out. And what I'm hearing or what I'm reading at the moment is that this new calculation does make this benefit worth significantly less. Finally, a benefit that isn't officially a benefit at all. It isn't advertised, but I have heard of it from a few sources and I may have even benefited from it, and it's called gold seat blocking. When BA Gold or Oneworld Emerald members are travelling in economy, BA and their Oneworld partners will leave the seat next to them empty if possible. So to other passengers, the seat appears to be taken or booked, but until the flight becomes so full that the seat is actually needed. Now, I was on a very busy flight from Kuala Lumpur to Heathrow and I had one of a very small number of empty seats next to me. But because it isn't advertised, I'm not sure if this was just luck or if I was actually the recipient of gold seat blocking. Within the gold level, there are even more additional benefits which you might hit if you take a lot of business flights and earn a huge amount of tier points. You can earn additional upgrade vouchers and eventually make it to the lofty heights that is Gold Guest List, where you'll be able to gift BA, Silver and Gold status to friends and family. But for me, the cost of achieving Gold Guest List totally outweighs the benefits. This isn't something I'm ever aiming for. I might talk about Gold Guest List status in a future video, but I'm not going to go into any kind of details here. Myth. Only people who fly loads in business class can get status. The reality is you don't have to fly loads, but you will have to take some business class flights. You can skip ahead if you'd like to, but if this is all new to you, then there are still a few mechanics of the scheme that need to be covered first. The membership year. Everyone is assigned a membership month. This might be based on when you join or when you take your first flight, but you'll be assigned a month, and once you're assigned it, you can't change it. Your membership year ends on the 8th of that month and starts on the 9th of the same month. So my month is July. If I take a flight on the 8th of July, that will be part of my old year. And if I depart on the 9th of July, that's part of my new membership year. And that's local time, so it doesn't matter what time it is in London or your home city, it's the time you depart in the place you're taking off from. And this is the important thing, when your membership year ends, your tier points reset to 0. Earning status. As soon as your account is credited with enough tier points to achieve a status level, you gain that status level and all of its benefits there and then. You hold that level of status for the rest of your membership year and the year after that. And that's regardless of how much more flying you do. My membership year ends on the 8th of July. If I had no status now and then earned BA Gold, I'd be BA Gold for the rest of this membership year until the 8th of July. Then I would remain Gold for the next membership year too. If I didn't re-qualify by taking enough flights, then I would also get a grace period where I would remain Gold until the end of the next month after my membership year, in this case the end of August. So if you want to attain a particular BA status, then some thought and planning is beneficial. Planning your flights at the start of your membership year has the benefit of giving you more time with status. Equally, falling just short of getting enough tier points as your membership year ends resets you to 0 and leaves you having to start all over again. So if you're aiming for a particular status level, some proper planning will prevent disaster. Soft landings. If you have status but don't earn enough points to re-qualify for that status level, BA doesn't just give you a hard landing and drop you back down to blue. Rather, you get a soft landing. So if you're gold and you don't re-qualify, you drop down to silver, which, as we discussed earlier, still offers a number of great benefits. And then from silver, the next year you'll drop down to bronze, and then the year after that you'll drop to blue. How many tier points do you need? Quick on this, you need 300 for bronze, 600 for silver, and 1500 tier points for gold. If you're curious about gold guest list, which I mentioned earlier, well, you need 5,000 tier points to achieve that. Crazy, right? You also need to take 2 eligible flights for BA bronze or 4 eligible flights for BA silver and gold. Eligible flights are defined as those flights marketed or operated by British Airways and those flights marketed and operated by Iberia. In short, if the plane has British Airways painted down the side of it, or if your flight number starts BA, then it's an eligible flight. You'll probably have taken the required eligible flights while you were earning your tier points, but not necessarily, and this is because you earn tier points towards your BA status on any oneworld flight. If you fly Sri Lankan Airlines to Australia or American Airlines to Chicago, you'll earn tier points in the BA scheme. Earning tier points. As you can see in this chart, the tier points you earn is determined by how far you fly and the cabin you fly in. The tier points in business and first class are significantly higher than those that you get in economy, which makes sense, as BA makes most of its money from customers who fly in premium cabins. These are the customers they want to attract. You can see that if you flew hand baggage only on short-haul flights from, say, London to Glasgow or London to Amsterdam, you'd earn 5 tier points each way. If you flew from LA to London in business class, you'd earn 140 tier points. But cheaper business class round trips to LA from London cost over £2,500 or £9 per tier point earned. If you were going to use either of these flights as your way to achieve gold status, you would need to fly loads or spend lots of money on business class flights. But we can hack the system and we can find a few sweet spots. There are 2 interesting and often overlooked things in the chart, and these are the things that we're going to try and hack to maximize value. The first thing is that distance travelled is in mileage brackets. So whether you fly 2,000 or 6,000 miles in business class, you're still probably going to earn 140 tier points each way. If you fly just under 2,000 miles in business, you'll probably earn 80 tier points each way. And I say probably because there are exceptions, and I'm not going to get into those exceptions here. European flights have similar quirks. If you fly in business from London to Palermo in Sicily, you'll earn 40 tier points each way. But if you fly in business from London to Catania in Sicily, this gets called short haul plus, and now you're earning 80 tier points each way. They're very similar flights, very similar distance, but Catania earns double the tier points, and typically the flight to Catania will be cheaper than the flight to Palermo. The second interesting thing is not what's there, it's what isn't there, and that's the amount of cash you have to pay for your flight. And it has absolutely no bearing on the number of points you'll earn. Last year, I paid just under £200 and 5,000 Avios for a round-trip business class flight to Marrakesh. This earned me 160 tier points, and it also earned me 5,630 Avios. I would speculate that everyone in the business class cabin probably paid different amounts for their flight, but everyone who had a cash fare would have earned 80 tier points each way for that flight. Now you know how the BA scheme works and what you need to do to reach BA Gold. The next step is to plan and execute your own BA Gold plan, and that's what I'm going to be covering next. But I think I've been talking for long enough, and for right now, I don't know about you, but I need a cup of tea. But I'm at my desk right now, and as soon as I finish this, I'm going to record the additional information, and it will be the very next video I make, and that's due to be released on Sunday the 10th of September 2023. And if that date has passed, then the video will be here. But before I go, I would like to quickly ask you to kindly consider giving this video a like if you think you've got something out of it. And if you've got any queries about anything I've discussed, then please do ask away in the comments section. And similarly, if you think I've made a mistake, then pop that in the comments section too. And if you subscribe to the channel and click the bell, you'll get a notification when my other videos are released. Also, as a new channel, it will help me out significantly. So thank you for watching and joining me on my grey gap year. Oh, that's better.